Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nurse to Human, and welcome back to our Slavic campaign. You join us for, well, what I assume to be the final epilogue, because today we're going to smash the Eastern Empire. Our armies are now ready. They are flying across the seas, and we're ready to smash many a town. Alexandria being one of them. We had a little bit of a skirmish when we got poked before, but yeah, unfortunately, the auto-resolve didn't really do the job, so we'll have to go and finish them off a bit later. Jerusalem is ready to be smashed down. I do actually have a ballista, but I'm not sure that will work with epic stone walls, so we'll probably just have to get on with actually besieging the town. If the gate opens, he might run in. No, sadly not, so we'll get a few towers ready for that. We'll head into there in a turn or two. More importantly, though, oh yes, we've got Askarek over here on Salamis. And the reason I'm excited about this battle is because, yeah, look at this. We have ourselves an army here, but more importantly, it's this army. Faction leader and all of the family members in the world. We can hopefully slaughter them in this battle. I say that, we might well get completely annihilated, but I do have a load of spearmen, so that should be ideal for that old battle. Elsewhere, our forces over here have started to organise themselves, and Kyra has been taken. We have ourselves an army here, just refreshing itself before it moves on. This sort of little squad of men, I can't remember where they're from. Are they from the capital? They might be from Constantinople. I'm not sure. Anyway, they're going to head over there to Sinope, so that won't last too long. They have a rebellion over here in Kotais, and we are sending an army around. They have got some forces here, but they look like they're busy dealing with that rebellion, and not with me. We're moving on to Campus Alani, while Sake over there in the northeast is still a rebel. I think we can make this happen, ladies and gents. And if you're worrying about the Berbers, don't worry about them. Now we've got all of their cities under siege here. I don't think they're going to last awfully long at all. We'll smash them down as well. So pretty much here today, Berbers can go in a click like that. In fact, we could actually just go and wipe them out right now with a few auto-resolves. So let's go and do that. Bye-bye, Berbers! Saki. Into Carthage. Carthago, Delenda, Est, etc. Smashy. And Dimity. I suspect this has got the most forces of them, but even so, this will be the whole empire gone. Goodbye, Berbers. And with that, we're going to have a few rebels, potentially. There we go, exterminate. Yeah, a few rebels. Might have to go and deal with them still. Berbers are gone. That was hard, wasn't it? With that, we have a big pile of money to go and spend on many a thing. The map has just been painted a beautiful Slavic grey. And with that, it is time to head into Salamis. Now, Salamis. Am I better off facing that army? Quite possibly I am, you know, because I quite like to just take them out. Let's get all of my spearmen into their generals. We'll slaughter them. Horse archers can hopefully do the deeds on these chaps. And yeah, we'll see how all this goes. Let's head into this. This could we could easily lose this, but it should be fun. Let's get going. As you might expect, the horse archers are starting to drown some of these generals from a good old distance. We'll hopefully pick up a few of them, but if nothing else, the hit points will be going down. Just make sure we don't get the classic javelins in the back because of the awful skirmish distance nonsense that happens. But all of that aside, everything is going grand. Now, elsewhere, we have our main force over here by the Red Line of Doom. They're just up against this ruin just to give us a little bit of an angle. Those Cav can always protect us if they need to. General is back here alongside the good old chanting priests. Ah, this is lovely. We haven't really used the Aryan priest that much, but we'll get into those very, very soon. As for these chaps, I'm fully expecting them to be killed in a moment. Let's just get everyone into this bodyguard because he looks like he's very vulnerable indeed. So, turn around, finish this guy off. That will be one of them slaughtered before the battle even begins. Lovely stuff. Now, with that, we need to start thinking about where all their forces are because I think they're starting to gather into one mass. Indeed they are. So, first general down. Shoot these guys in the back whilst we have an opportunity. Hopefully, we'll eventually get into... Oh, retreat. Was that the call for retreat? I think it was. Okay. See if the horses can get one or two of them here. It would be nice if we could. So, all of you go for that one over there. Just see if we can get on top of them. No! No, it's not going to work because they're just terrible at charging things down. Oh, they're not retreating now. They're not retreating. This isn't going to go well. Retreat. Now we should probably retreat. Actually, get the rest of our cav into this. Actually, just send them over here. See if we can do anything. Cavalry. This isn't the plan. No, what happened? They fake retreated me. Damn and blast. Now they're retreating again. Oh, well, you have to try and poke them, I suppose, but it's a little bit irritating. Come on, get on top of them. Damn and blast. Sadly, it's just a coward chase at this point, but we will make sure that we get all of our cavalry just to finish off this committed tenses first cohort unit. That's absolutely marvellous. All these guys can go off of the arrow shooting affair now. Just get in with your swords, finish them up. That's a bit disappointing. Only one of them killed here. 24% officially, so done a little bit more damage than I thought, but yeah, sadly not the fun little sweep that I was hoping for there. They're in full flight though, so not a bad start. Oh, they're running onto the boat as it happens, although, yeah, the general's into the town. That could be a little less fun, I guess. But, oh well, we'll put it under siege, I suppose. We'll go and deal with them in good time. Retinue expands for this old chap who killed a load of Berbers. Of course, lots of burnt down towns, and indeed more against the Berbers, who obviously don't really exist anymore. Anyway, we've kind of ignored Cyrene over here, so I suppose we should probably go and smash up what remains of the rebels and probably reorganise our force to go and head over to Cyrene. Not sure what they've got left, and I'm not sure what we can actually build here, but looks like we've got a decent barrack. Step swordsman, yeah, I really should have sorted this out at some point. Oh well, alas, I have not. So, get all this retrained. Sadly, these guys are not going to get retrained here anytime soon, so we'll just merge those together and we'll get that sorted out in good time. For some reason, the Romans are going to give us a little poke outside of Alexandria. Time to go and finish them off. Well, naturally, the plan here is to just slaughter all of them. That means that we need to just get enough time to let these reinforcements arrive and obviously completely slaughter them. So these guys aren't going to last very long. They are pretty much already completely destroyed. All of the camels, meanwhile, can come and charge into over here. And are you actually going to kill those Pombatari? There's only a few of them. Apparently they might, but they might not, so let's see how that goes. Well, these chaps can just charge in at this point. They should absolutely be able to slaughter those first cohorts. I say that, probably not, because you know how this goes. They don't break at all. They're also technically a general, which gives them a small bonus, but they're shaken and they're pretty much gone at this point. So, javelins coming in. Spearmen, they can just stay there for the time being. Camels, get yourself into the rear of this particular unit. You get into there as well. Charge! Charge, 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 charge. And that should pretty much be it, to be honest. Get these guys all chanting. Get everyone. They're still alive! That's ridiculous. Went flying under a horse there. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole game done. Oh, he didn't actually die from that originally. Apparently not. Anyway, they're all gone. They're all gone, and that's the battle done before it even began. Marvellous stuff. Our boats are just about surviving in the aftermath of that, and indeed, they are going to keep poking us around the map. So a bridge battle here with Arapet. We've got 3 generals over here, but he's not particularly good actually. What has he got on here? Eagle Taker, of course, marvellous to know. Sanguinary is minus for morale, which is a bit of a shame. I'm not seeing anything for plus morale. That's not particularly great, is it? No. Right, well, let's see how this goes. We've got some units, but minus morale is not what I really want. Let's head in. It must be said that as I look at all of these piles of legionnaires, I am not feeling very confident about this little affair. However, I do have a big pile of cavalry over the water, because there's a little bit of a short crossing over here, which is marvellous news. So, yeah, we're just going to slaughter those cavalry as we begin to arrive. That's lovely news. As for the rest of it, well, we're kind of piled up a bit weirdly. I'm just going to try and get some side shots into them, and I'm trying to keep them all incredibly narrow. They haven't really listened to what we're supposed to be doing here. Yeah, just to minimise individual losses, but I don't think this is going to go particularly well, to be honest with you. So these guys need to get over here. These chaps want to just pile into them. and try and clear them out. The sooner we can get rid of those horse archers, the better, actually. So, pile into the horses, pile the horses in even, and very much was the wrong way around for a moment there. Pull them straight out, because otherwise all the javelins in the world are going to come and slaughter us. Get out of there! Although if they can waste a couple, that would be quite nice too. So they're running a bit all over the place. Okay, our arrows and Bucellari are now starting to cut them down. That's good news. And their cav is being dealt with. If we can just split them up a little bit, we are actually in quite a good position. Let's go and get the chanting monks over in that direction too. That will be absolutely ideal. Right, please those out of there, because lots of javelins are flying into us. To keep ourselves, yeah, just a little bit more carefully into this fray. And committenses over here, that's probably a good sign actually, because they're not the first cohort, they're just committenses and Plumpatari. So let's try and get the two generals into them, and the rest of the horse archers are around the side, please. Good old charge should hopefully get rid of them. And kerblamo! Lovely. As for the main battle, they are starting to send people over, so we need to get on top of that very, very soon. That's one break. Let's get all of the cav around the flank. We want to deal with their cavalry. The Bucellari have moved forward. They're not supposed to be there. They've gone forward to attack those guys. Anyway, that's fine, I suppose. You guys, get yourself over here. Your job is to, yeah, they're just going to get themselves killed. That's absolutely fine. That was not the plan. All my cav, get yourself over to their Sarmatian chaps. We might actually win this because we're confusing them so much with those cavalry. Oh, it is lovely. Archers, likewise, should probably stop. Just send some fire in. You guys send those in. Javelins, back on it. General, get yourself right over here. This is gloriously good news right now. And my general can hopefully, those two generals can do them in. Horse archers can just stand here and shoot those guys in the back. The longer we have a chance to do that, the better. General, blow the horn of destiny. Just keep yourself safe. Hit them in the side. Not the best charge in the world, but not the worst in the world. Pull yourself back. That's very much the idea. We've got ourselves a break over there. General. Not the best plan right now, not the best plan. Okay, actually, get the generals over into that position. Horse archers can come and just run off over there. These two generals, come and hit them in the back, actually. I reckon that's quite good. Quite good indeed. Now, can we break all of these guys? That's their general hacked down. That really will help us. Get the charge in. Come on. And they won't like that. They're getting hit from the rear now. Okay, they are first cohorts, so they're not actually going to give up quite so easily, unfortunately. But not the worst. You said just get yourself into skirmish. You'll be fine. They are broken. They are broken. I felt like I was Anakin Skywalker there. It's working. It's working. And there we are. That is the big break. Get those two generals back across the water. And you, sir, back into that position. General, you get yourself back into position as well. If we can win that over there, we're in a very good position. Must get the cavalry out of there. They're being javelined and now they're broken. That was really unfortunate. They're going to drown themselves at this point, which is not what I wanted to see. Ugh! Yeah, that I know I complain about it every episode on Barbarian Invasion, but the whole not having skirmish mode, not having the skirmishing distance the same as the javelins. Ugh, just the worst problem. Okay, let's just pull what cavalry we have over here back together. They need to get themselves into position. These guys are hopefully not going to drown themselves, but could go better for them. Back over the bridge, and they are coming in for another little charge here. I'm not sure it's going to go all that well for them, especially with the missiles back here. Bucellari can send some shots in. Those aren't just shooting into that position, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Those cav are running all the way out wide. They haven't actually drowned, which is good news, because they do get quite exhausted when they cross the river like that. General, just pull back. Your job's really just to up close the trap, and they are broken. They're broken as well. This is marvellous. Marvellous news. You two shoot them down. Their infantry is in a bad position. One of our units got caught. On the whole, we are managing to do this somehow. Yeah, just being able to have that crossing's made all the difference here. Made all of the difference. So the cav are now back. Let's get these horse archers into a support position. That'll be absolutely lovely. And I reckon we should have it now. First cohort seemed quite happy throwing a missile or two in at us, but the Bosman Spearmen are going to hold on pretty nicely against that. And we're now hitting them in their rear, and I don't think they're going to be too happy about any of that. You are not on skirmish mode apparently. Get out of there! Right, you go and support. That will be absolutely marvellous. These guys are getting pulled back across the bridge. Not really what I wanted, but it's fine. It'll do if that's the way it has to go. 2 generals, hopefully enough to cause a little bit of damage over here, but they should probably just pull away. And they're just going to throw their other javelins. Honestly, they're welcome to try. Final unit's broken over here, and they are now in full retreat. So probably time just to kind of shoot them a little bit, if at all possible, and cut down the last few men. This does very much clear the path in... oh, there's another unit over there. Interesting. Yeah, this does clear the path over in eastern Turkey, which is good news indeed. You guys head over there before you get yourselves killed. Smashy, smashy! Oh yeah, General, that was utter filth of a charge. I love it. Oh, they're crossing the water like that again. Don't do that. No, you're going to drown. Why do they do this? They can't just use the bridge, can they? Stupid horses aside, we have managed to catch them all on the edge of the map here. The red line of doom has very much done an end to them. And with that, looks like the battle is indeed over. I reckon might as well just press quit there. Heroic victory indeed. I'm a little bit surprised.
This is a stunning victory.
Stunning victory. Unfortunately, the north, our big fleet of boats was not strong enough to take out the rebels, and now they are just going to sink the entire bunch of them. Wow, they are all gone, but Alexandria has fallen, so exterminate that. This is not good. The ships up in Scandinavia land is looking incredibly scary, but Wonder has been captured, ladies and gentlemen. Marvellous, marvellous stuff. It does absolutely nothing for us, but that is something at least. We've captured a Wonder. I say nothing. It probably gives us a boost. Yes, it does indeed. Public order boost around the Empire. Lovely, lovely stuff. Turn that down to low. Thank you very much. And that'll be absolutely grand. So. Most advanced faction, that just flips each turn, of course. Coming of age, and more people. We have just far too many people popping up around the map. They have sent a few more reinforcements over in this area. Don't think that's going to work out very well for them. We'll just cut those down, and we'll head towards the city. Not really any reinforcements that I was looking for, but oh well. We'll go and grab what we can, eh? And likewise, we'll move over in this direction. We'll go put Kaisaria under siege. Good news. Good news indeed. So that's 2 more towns ready to be absolutely smashed. This chap's just hanging around for no good reason. And we probably need to head into Jerusalem pretty darn soon. That one, ooh, heavy oranges, lovely. That one shouldn't be too difficult. Just a bit of tactical shooting on the plaza, I reckon. With Jerusalem a smouldering ruin, then it's probably time to reorganise this force and get it sent straight back out onto the field. Grab some of that cavalry there. Marvellous stuff. Now, Jerusalem itself, how miserable is it? It's quite miserable, to be honest, but it always is. So we'll just line up a big pile of spearmen, and we'll just send the army straight off to Philadelphia. Lovely. That's actually rioting already. So we could go and smash it up. I reckon there's probably some more ballista we can hire here. Ooh, mercenary war elephants. Now that's what we all want to see. Oh, lovely. That means... oh, no, we can't smash in straight away. Can we get these guys here? We can indeed, although now we can't. Damn and blast. Oh, well. That was unfortunate. Can't quite do that. But we have some elephants. That's lovely news indeed. I forgot they are even here. Right, let's take out these ships. We did not take out the ships. Probably should have healed them up first. Oh well, let's just keep sending the boats around. I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. Now, for some reason, these guys have poked their noses outside of the town here. That's interesting.
Yes.
I-
The siege is
Oh, it didn't give me the option. I thought that by clicking on the on that unit specifically, it might have let me get away with that. I don't know why, because I know that doesn't work. Anyway, we'll just leave Salamis under siege for another turn. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Probably worth giving a little poke here over at Philadelphia. Just a simple enough auto-resolve there. Exterminate the population. And, oh, yes, of course, we just did it with the ballista. Lovely stuff. There is an army here, however, we probably need to go and smash in a moment. So, what do we want? Some armoured camels, yes, of course. Always have the armoured camels. And from there, we can probably go and poke into this army. Oh, gold experience on a first go. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, well, we got elephants, so we're going to send the elephants in. Got a bit of experience from the auto-result, which is lovely stuff. Let's attempt a little night attack as well. Oh, yes, now we're looking demonic, aren't we? It's absolutely marvellous. Doesn't say that he's Christian here, but he does love to bring along... No, night attack. Doesn't like to bring along the slightly demonic-looking monk figures. Okay, time to head in, smash them up. It's an interesting little battlefield here. We've got ourselves a slight hill over there in the distance, of course, and we can hopefully shoot down some of their camels before they get into battle. Now, good news, our cavalry has managed to clear off theirs over here, and who knows, we might well have a chance here just because of their hippos might not like our camels. So that's absolutely marvellous. Yeah, we're clearing them out. This is good news. Although these camels are probably a little bit too heavy for us at this point. So we'll just pull back towards the elephant. Lovely stuff. Now these chaps over here, they're getting javelined by Plumbatari, as ever they would. And we can hopefully then start to pull these guys apart. Good. So the cav are, yeah, they're getting pulled away just a little bit. That's absolutely fine. Let's just get all these guys to head into the camel raiders. They're not going to be very, very happy after we smash them up. Look at all that camp. It's quite a nice battlefield actually. It's kind of reminiscent of Medieval 2 at this point. Just the sheer amount, arrows kind of flying at this point. Yeah, just the sheer amount of hiddiness. Quite nice to see. Right, let's get all of those cav into these chaps. They don't seem to be very interested in dealing with our main army, do they? No, they don't. Let's just take care of those Plumbatari. That's just the general over there, so that could be very interesting indeed. These step warriors aren't going to do very well, actually, are they? No. A bit too close to their forces. Let's just get all these guys out. Told you to get out of the way. There goes the general. Lovely stuff. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where this big last stand's going to come for the Empire here, because they seem to be somewhat lacking an obvious final force to take out. Nonetheless, we'll keep slaughtering them one by one in the meantime. I guess Antioch might well be their kind of famous last stand, but we'll see about that in good time. Right, with these guys completely slaughtered, well, hopefully anyway, yeah, their cavalry's been overwhelmed, which means we should now be able to pick them off. As for their infantry, I'd much rather them get a bit closer to me, so on my main force, just because I can pin them a bit more. I think they've called the retreat at this point, which is hardly surprising. It's not going very well for them. I suppose we might as well start pinning them to death with what's left of us. General, you come over here. They have broken almost immediately. That is good news indeed. Elephant, get yourself in here. We've got some elephants. Might as well use them, eh? A few javelins into this area. Get yourself with a carry charge. Here come the elephants! Smashy, smashy! Yeah, just run through. That's a bit of a disruption before we charge into those chaps. Turn yourselves back around. Yeah, they don't particularly like it. They don't like it at all. Elephants into the rear. There we go. Smash and glory. Oh, lovely stuff. Right, all of you guys, head into them. Horse archers on top of these guys. Actually, no, just keep chasing them. All cav, all cav, all cav, all cav into those guys. I think the elephants, I'm confusing them because the alternative attack is actually the sword or the shield. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, all is fine. We are winning the battle. Good news in Salamis, the battle with the general army is back on. This should be good fun indeed. They brought some peasants along to the fight, as well as others, Lanciari, who are back from the boat. I'm glad they're back. this should be nice and fun. Now, they're actually the reinforcement force. That's a good thing. I can just hang back long enough to make sure they all get onto the battlefield this time. So I'm going to pin them. I'm going to kill them all. The reinforcements are well on their way into the battlefield now, which is good news for us because we can go and send all of our cavalry over there. Wow! Is that our general? No, that's their general. Oh well, the cavalry charge certainly did him in. That was glorious. Okay, that's good. We'll send those cavalry back over here, lead them towards our infantry. That will be marvellous. All of our horse archers, they can go and shoot down these peasants. They're not going to last all that long. And hopefully the generals will eventually get pulled into their own death. Horse archers have officially started horse arching now, which is not necessarily a good thing. But they should be okay, so long as they're not too near the borders. Yeah, they're absolutely fine. Okay, we should try and keep them together as much as possible, though, because I'd much rather rain in the arrows. So please pull away. Yes, that's how you horse archer. Well done. You're supposed to... They really don't understand what they're doing right now, which is trying to pull them towards the trap in the forest, which is kind of where the ambush is, guys. Okay, right. That's good, although the trap in the ambush in the forest is slightly at a weird angle now. So maybe we should try and bring them over slightly further across this way. Okay! Right, well, this has slightly not worked at this point, hasn't it? Let's just get all of the cav, apart from you, into this one unit of general, okay? All of them into him, because there's tons of us here. We're just going to slaughter him at this stage. That's good. Right, all of them pile on in. That is absolutely marvellous. You get into here, you get into here, and all of you into there. Good, 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 good. Right, piling in one by one. We are catching them just separately enough here, which is good news. I reckon we've just about... Okay, now we've just got a huge pile of cavalry getting themselves slaughtered. Maybe pull out there now, guys. Pull out. Pull out, 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 pull out. Right, you need to go and chase them down. We need someone to go and chase them down anyway. That should be fine. These guys really don't understand the idea of, you know, charge in and run off. But there we go. We've got some of the cavalry out of there. We've chopped a few of them down. Well, I say that we've only chopped one of their generals down, but that's absolutely fine because the whole point is now we pull them across the archery line. This guy should have largely done his job at chasing him down. That's good to see. Lost a bit of the cavalry, but that's not really surprising. Okay, we're going to pull them straight across the archer line. Archers in the forest, start shooting them down. Lovely. That's good. That's another one gone. Not surprising. These guys might have to just charge into him and just do what they can. You guys, over here, pull them into the infantry. Pull them into the infantry. Okay, you haven't quite done your job, but we'll settle for it. Infantry coming in as well. That's good. We'll swarm on top of them. Okay, these guys, oh yes. I don't think they like it anymore. All the archers are shooting at him. In come the spearmen to finish them off. Lovely. Right, you sir, you're in trouble. Okay, this is all fine. This is exactly what I planned. Not at all more chaotic than my plan whatsoever. It's like they're now in the rear of us. It's all going to end perfectly. I say all in perfectly. That did just work. We just killed another one of them. Okay, all infantry, charge into these guys. That'd be absolutely marvellous. Archers can shoot them down. General, you get in over here. Let's get their priests in as well. They can finish this off. I think we got 3. There were 4 of them even. I can count. I think there's one left. It should just be the general, actually. So let's get all infantry into this guy and get the cav to come and join in. Finish them off. My general is probably in the fray of a couple of units, but in come all the infantry in the world. Oh yes, so many Steves. That's our general. Hopefully my men aren't stupid enough to run away at this point. No, they're not. Hopefully we'll catch the general. He seems to be enough in the middle of us, but we might not get him. In come the arrows. I'm not sure we're going to quite manage to catch him here. General's died sadly, but not the end of the world. Frankly, I have a billion more of them where he came from. What's this? A Univarian priest hacking down the general? He missed. He missed. How did he miss? He was right there. No. Can the priest get the general? Clonk! Yes! Oh, the power of Christ compels you. Absolutely marvellous. Thank you, Sir Steve. Thank you very much. If you're wondering where our faction leader is, indeed the chap with the fabulous hat is over here in Cyrene. He's been on a long, long boat journey, it must be said, many years of his life. He's ready to go and land and take the town. And we can put on all of our lovely watchtowers along the coast here, which frankly is all I really care about. This chap's already been playing down watchtowers everywhere along here, which is marvellous good news. Indeed, that's pretty much all I've been doing the last couple turns. But we do have a load of those ships from the ones that were settling from Arles, by the way. They're finally arriving, and actually this fleet over here is here just to go and clear the waters on the way. So we're going to go and smash up some of these fleets, hopefully. Close to victory. Over in the east here, our ships aren't quite so victorious, so we're going to have to try and win one or two of these naval encounters. So yeah, just be careful about all that. Oh yes, more and more ships coming on their way. Glorious stuff. The sea is ours. Indeed it is. Although there are actually more and more ships coming from this direction. So we probably should be pumping out a few more ships in the short term. Nonetheless, yeah, you can see we've got plenty over here. They just continue to come. More and more armies. So, yes, not going to go too well for the Eastern Empire in the coming turns. Yes, with Jerusalem taken, Philadelphia taken, can probably move on to Sidon soon. This army can come and deal with Petra. That will be lovely. And up in the north, oh yes, of course, the army has finally swung down from just north of Rostov and made it over to Frostbar. Probably best actually just to head in and go and slaughter this force. So clear victory for us. A few deaths, but you know what? That will do. Ooh, Zoroastrian. How have you not converted that, my friends? That is interesting and not particularly good for us. So that's intriguing. We'll maybe just leave that for now. Does that do very much of intrigue? Not really. 30% for public order. Well, to be honest, we keep all the religions, so we might as well keep Zoroastrianism as well. That's absolutely fine. This guy has spent all of his life killing all the leaders around here, and by that I mean he's killed one of the two after about 18 attempts. Nonetheless, Roman turncoat. That is lovely news. And you know what? We'll put a watchtower over here. Plenty of we've got plenty of money. We've got some money. That can do the job. This guy's in an ideal position just to see what's going on in both the towns, so we'll continue to do that. I don't know where the army is. I assume they've had a battle, but maybe not. Camposolani, by the way, 2 turns from falling as well. So things are starting to collapse for the Empire. Certainly that is the case. Let's go and head into Kaisai. Gates are open. Just a general. Should be simple. 12 kills to none. Exterminate the population. More and more death for the Empire. This is just magnificent. This army, honestly, we know what happens when there's a couple first cohorts, so we will we'll have to do this one ourselves, I think. On the very note of Sinope then, they are going to give us a poke with a reinforcement force. Doesn't look like an awful lot, to be honest, but yeah, when it's her first cohort, can be a little bit tricky. And horse archers are pretty darn depleted over here, actually, it should be said. So yeah, maybe the generals are going to have to do some of the heavy lifting. Let's head in. Time to take out this little force nice and early. Generals can all smash into them. A few arrows in the back will do them in nicely. One man went flying, and so does the rest of the force. That should put us in a decent enough position to go and deal with this little force over here. We don't want them quite so near the edge of the battlefield, actually, if I want to mop them up, but just a bit awkward in terms of where this hill is, so gives us the best chance if we fight on the hill. So that means that we can slaughter these guys in the flanks. Doesn't look anywhere near as dangerous as it did actually before the start of the battle. Let's get the cavalry into support, thank you very much. And I think it looks like that force is entirely destroyed. So yes, I don't think this is going to go very well for them at all. Let's get the T-39 on to Javelin Mobile, and that means that yeah, as the cavalry comes into the flank, we should be in a good position to finish off this force. First cohort are coming in. There's some arrow fire, some Bucellare fire as well, for that matter, and the horse archers just getting into the flank. And at this stage, we should be able to mop up these eastern archers in the rear. I don't think that's going to cause us any problems. Generals are going to mop them up. Hopefully, some javelins in the side will just soften these guys up just a tiny bit more. Because I don't really like my infantry up against those chaps. Not going to end very well. Okay, a few men got away, sadly, but that's not the end of the world. And at this point, yeah, I don't think this is gonna. This is not gonna fly for them. All archers can mop up those guys. You guys can get into them. Oh, they're gonna charge them. Okay, well, that's fine. You guys go into chant mode. I'm sure you can help mop them up. And to be honest, you can get into there. You guys get into there. That should pretty much be the end of the battle there. General is gone. Another city falls. And the Slavs will continue to take over the world. We managed to kill over 90%, so it doesn't really matter what happened on the battlefield. We can go and slaughter the population anyway. So we'll just send 3 generals in to mop up these guys. I'm sure that'll be fine, he says. Okay, with that dealt with, we can head back into the town and move ever onwards. Now, over with Tarsus, there's a decent force in there. So I might just stand around. Should I? No, you know what? We'll give him a poke. We'll give him a good old poke. So, richest faction back to us. Just again, flits every turn, quite frankly. And I reckon our army at Philadelphia can probably move on to Sidon at this point. Actually, you, sir, Mr. Camel, you go and just be a scout. Nothing too interesting happening over there. Anything over here? Not really. Of course, there are the massacres on this game, so might as well get going. No need for the ballista. We'll leave everyone else over there in Philadelphia. No worries about that. And on to Sidon next turn. Good news indeed. Yeah, I don't think they're going to stop us at this point, are they? No. Now, what is the sadness in the town here? Christianity is causing problems. Yeah, I don't like all these Christians. Always causing all sorts of issues. Now, if this guy can head over here, we can at least give some extra paganism into the region if we send the general. So we might well do that in a turn or two. Get the hippos over there, and Alexandria will probably chill out once I get all of the pagans out of the region. So I'm just going to wander him over in that direction. Actually, to be honest, he might as well head down into deeper Egypt and lay down a couple more watchtowers. In the meantime, yeah, it's not too angry there. I reckon we'll be just fine. Now, our boats can continue to try and clear the way. Average victory, a bit of sinking for us, but to be honest, their job is largely to clear the way for all of these ships, which will just bring the extra forces we need, the fresh forces to finish the job. Now, there are the odd boats around here, just causing us a little bit of an annoyance. But yeah, as we just pile in the reinforcements, I don't think it's going to matter too much. You can't do too much more. And no point of joining that force just yet. We'll head into that corner very, very soon. Not sure we can take on that fleet. No, we can't. What we can do is lay another lovely watchtower. Oh yes, that is what we all need in life. So, we're nearly done over there. 1 turn away from Campus Alani. Oh, this force has been bumbling around, hasn't it? It's not been doing a very sensible bit of work. Fraspa. Now, there is Kaiser Raffle over here. We possibly need a bit of revamp before we head into you. So I'm just going to recharge a little bit, but I'm tempted to go and snipe off our Taxiter, because I know they do tend to have ballista as some sort of mercs around here. So I'm tempted to just see if I can get a cheeky ballista. We're going to go hang out on the hill, see what happens there. We might have an opportunity to go and nab that in a turn or so. Right, it's all falling apart. I don't think it's going to take too much longer to finish it all off. Cyrene, of course, sees our king land, and if we get lucky with other diplomats, We're not going to get very lucky with the diplomats here. I imagine they were just part of a conversion force, are they? Maybe. We have used them as conversion force on the was it the Berber campaign? I don't know. Anyway, let's just besiege these guys. We'll have them slaughtered before long. Finally, the boats have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We have our armies ready to land at Antioch. So, on they land, and we can put it straight under siege. I think we will probably do that, actually. Marvellous news. Have us have one Bucellari, not a lot to hire there. Send the next boats around. Oh, yes, this is what we needed, ladies and gents. Right, all of the boats have landed. This guy can... Oh, he can't make it. Get off the boat! Yeah, that boat can't get any further. Okay, you get over here. You, sir, get over here. You get over here. Good. We can try and take out some of these boats while we're around. Thank you very much. Sunk. And sunk again. Lovely stuff. Good. The sea is indeed ours. And slowly and surely we're clearing them out here. They have, what, just a couple ports? 2-3 ports left in the ocean here. So, yes, that can very quickly go down. Likewise, over here, Herculanius Assanus. Oh, yes, I think our faction leader is going to slaughter him. Marvellous. Only such a great beard can control this town. Exterminate once more. Lovely stuff. So, have a bit of a merge of those. Probably can retrain just a little bit. In fact, we look like we can get them some armour and other upgrades. Very nice. So we'll get ourselves some of those heavy spearmen. Resistance is indeed futile, and that means, good news, sir, you get to have a new job as Watchtower Layer. Yay! I say that, you're very good. You've got 6 experience already. So maybe we'll send you off to do something else in the short term. We need to find you. Yes, here's a general we can use. Lovely. So let's send some boats. Marvellous stuff, of course, as ever. The boats hate being friendly to each other. We'll send the general over. Take down those boats. Clear victory for us. And you, sir, can come land here. You can land all of the watchtowers over in Cyrene. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, we are very, very close to wiping out these fleets. And, of course, yeah, the Empire is falling. Our taxator's now ours. Honestly, the little check-in force I got just slaughtered it, so that's now ours. Won't worry about any of that. Send the general out here. That position is not the worst, so we'll just head back towards the town. Lovely stuff. Yeah, get the retraining all lovely and sorted. As for Asakia, likewise, that can probably go pretty soon. So let's just leave, I don't know, Bucellari behind. I don't know how much we're going to need to keep control of this, to be honest. I reckon that won't be far off making it happy. 60, that's not too shabby at all. Right, send a couple of archers back to the town. There we are, it's pretty chill already. Over to Asakia. That will fall as well. Oh yes, this is all falling apart now. I'm not sure where the final big battle is going to be. There's been a few auto-resolve battles outside Tarsus. But yeah, nothing decisive just yet. Oh, they're giving us a poke at Antioch, and this could be an intriguing little affair. We've got Androgathius Lepis. Nice name, sir. Nice name. And we need to take him out. Not the strongest force in the world. Wouldn't be the worst, but not enough of them, to be honest. 23 experience. Quintessa's first cohorts left in the city. Another eagle for our great trophy cabinet. Gunderic. Pretty inexperienced actually, and well, we have silver swords and armour on some of them, so not the best army, but not the worst. You can see actually Galaglass. These have come a long way. This might well have been army up in Britain by the looks of that. Who knows, eh? Time to take Antioch. For some reason, one of my units of horse archers just seems to be completely broken. I think they're stuck on the corpses and it still thinks they're fighting. Very, very strange. Anyway, I guess it's time to do a bit of skirmishing. I think we can shoot at those committenses. Indeed, we... Oof! Look at that volley of arrows on those guys. That has slaughtered them. Oh, yes, just start running away. That'll be absolutely marvellous. Yeah, that was a big hit on their flank there. Ridiculous damage done. Yeah, their general's already broken. Oh, that is hilarious. He's completely gone, and we're getting javelined as ever was the news. Just keep running him round there. We'll pick him off in a moment. You say go and get that general. Don't let him escape. You might as well go and hunt him down to the last. The rest of them can just stay on to skirmish for the moment. Keep running away from the javelin. What do they not understand about this? Oh, I have no control over them still, do I? No. Well, I have some control because they just started to move a moment ago. I don't really know what's going on. We'll just let them get themselves killed. That'll be absolutely fine. You should be able to shoot them down. Yes, indeed, they are shooting them down. The general has, for some reason, decided to do a bit of a rally call, which means he gets caught up in us, and we can hack him down to his doom, which we don't seem to be doing right now. Steve, he's right there. Anytime. He's okay. We apparently had no idea he was there, so time to come in and shoot down these guys. Right, Step Swordsman, just come in and finish off these guys. They're not going to last that long. And the rest of them will just start hacking away. Units are running in to go and take these guys on. We've got the entire right flank charging at this point as well. Lanciari can just be taken on by a couple units. That is absolutely grand. Move on to the next guys, move into the next guys. We'll just roll them up at this point. Frankly, there's not even much point of this battle at this stage. Looks like Antioch should be largely ours. Why you are not... Oh, you weren't ever on skirmish. Maybe skirmish now. That wouldn't be the worst idea, lads. I'm not sure when I turned that off. Anyway, all is absolutely fine. They appear to be all completely broken, apart from that one unit consensus. Okay, you guys all charge them. You guys charge them as well. I think we've got this battle done. Most of them are getting mopped up as they try to flee, but this unit apparently wants to get taken out the old-fashioned way. No. It's too late to run now. And that looks awfully like a stabbing run rather than a fleeing run, guys. So, yeah. Please proceed to flee properly and efficiently. Take all luggage with you, etc., etc. Although we'll probably loot it off you before the end of the day. So, another victory for us. Gallant Glasses, lovely to see them over here in Antioch. Well, it's like the medieval crusading era has already begun. Bit of housekeeping to do, mainly wiping up the bloodstains from Arsacia. That's another city down, and another region closer to the utter destruction. Lovely stuff. Now, if you're wondering what the stupid battle to finish this all off will be, well, I have a few plans, actually. This guy has still failed to kill him. Well done. Yes, a few plans. Now, our favourite units over here. Oh yes, it's the mounted Aryan priests. We are just going to pump out a load of these lads and just send them onwards. Whatever towns are Christian. You're Christian. There we go. Yes, so the Christian town's just going to pump out a load of Aryan priests. We're going to send in a whole army of them against someone at the end of this campaign. Not sure quite who that's going to be, but I'm sure we'll work it out. Into Antioch then. Clear victory over that, exterminate that, into Tarsus. They seem to have fled away from trying to defend that now. Clear victory there, exterminate the population, all the money in the world, just beautiful. And yeah, the map is almost complete. So, how are we going to finish this off? Well, Hatra, yeah, we're coming up to. We've got another force over here. And yeah, obviously we'll send the elephants in. Don't worry about that, the elephants are coming. I suppose we can pick up this guy on the way. A couple family men, well, factionaire, very nice. And yes, shall we end it down here in Damarfa? No, that'd be a bit of anticlimax. Yeah, let's go over to Ctesiphon to finish it off. But maybe this looks like it might be the last full army. So yeah, we'll have to try and organise those Aryan priests. Shame we can't have some Zoroastrian priests. That would be marvellous. I'm going to keep these as Zoroastrian, by the way, because that's the way we do things as the Slavs. We just embrace whichever religion it is. And by the way, ladies and gents, can I just point out, as much as public order is absolutely horrendous in this game, even as I mix up all of the religions across the Empire, we still haven't had many rebellions. We've had a couple. Carthage right now. Sending some reinforcements into that. Definitely need a couple reinforcements. That's something. Like the siege that went out. We'll see. Somewhere there was a boat carrying more troops, but I'm not sure where they are right now. Yeah, look, we're holding on to them. Albeit in a lot of these towns, I mean, I just have to constantly pump out troops to artificially chunk down the population. But, you know, that aside, you know, it's all good. We're somehow holding on to it all. This force, yeah, obviously took Dimity, took out the Berbers. I don't think I showed that battle, but yes, the Berbers just collapse. Melt like Swiss cheese, as indeed we have said before. But yeah, nice experienced army can go wander to the desert. Just make sure no dodgy armies from the south ever pop up. Why can we see this space down here? Very, very strange. Anyway, I reckon then we put them up to the grand finale here. I said the grand finale, episode 22, 23, was it? Was originally the grand finale. No. We've actually got this as well. I kind of forgot about this. If they can't take it back, I'll give them 10 turns. If they don't attack me, we'll just let them live. We can just leave the modern-day Georgia, I suppose. We'll let that live by itself for a turn or two. Yes. Right, Slavic army heading north. That is almost nothing, actually. Do we actually have... There's not many units in there. That's why I sent so few. Hopefully that will be enough. I'm not sure it will be, actually. Possibly meant to send the general along with you. Okay, that army has disappeared, so maybe I can send this guy out with a few of the horses just to make sure we mop it up. They'll catch up. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, good news. It'll all be fine, ladies and gents. We'll be fine as we gather our last forces and the massive army of Aryan priests to go and finish off Ctesiphon over in the east. Oh yes, we are into this final battle outside of Hatra then. We've got ourselves a cavalry army besieging Hatra, but they have decided to attack the other force here, which means just the 2 of the 4 forces involved in this, interestingly. The city force is still besieged, they're not involved at all. So it's our faction leader, and of course our army of mounted Aryan priests. Oof, this should be intriguing indeed. Let's head in. I'm sure these sun-cracked desert hills have barely seen anything interesting all their years, but today they see an army of mounted priests. Oh yes, magnificent stuff. This could be intriguing indeed. We can see our allies in the distance. Now, I'm expecting them to do horrendously stupid things. Oh yeah, they have the elephants. Yes, the faction leader does have the elephants in his army, so we'll see what they do here today. They seem to be sending some men forward. Let's just get in. Let's just get in there. Smash into them with all of the Aryan priests. Yes! That'll be absolutely magnificent. Right, those 4, you guys get over there. You guys get yourselves over here. And all units, charge! Dun, 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 dun. Oh yes, get the priests straight in there. Pile the numbers. Oh, they fled instantly from the priests. And here is the general himself. Does he want to do this? I'm not sure he does. Oh no, is this guy a pagan by any chance? I do hope he's a pagan. That would be beautiful. I have a feeling I did look at him before. I have a feeling he is, and he's broken. Oh yes, the power of Christ is a true and powerful thing right now. Okay, the Aryan priests are doing some good work. The main army of the faction leader seems to be pulling them out. So let's start charging in. Now their leader, he's fallen. That is good to see. Good to see. Let's just keep that 1 unit hacking him down. That'll be magnificent stuff. Let's just follow these guys into battle. Press delete into the follow cam. Oh yes. Who are we going after, by the way? Is these lads here? Oh, it's another general. Into the next general. Yes. Oh, that's our general. Stop doing that. Just charge. Just chant. Just chant. Just chant. Inspire your local friends, my good sir. Yes. Get the general out of there. Let's not lose the 1 unit that might cause us problems if we lose. So yeah, get the general out of there. But otherwise, we are all good. Mostly we're still holding, but there are a few. There's a lot of breaks. A lot of breaks are going down. We can't. Our army's falling apart. Okay, the priests are running away. No. You're nowhere near as good as the Danish chaps on Medieval 2, I'll give you that much. I love the Norse war clerics, they were great in the Camel Union campaign. Okay, we still have some of them up here on the hill, which means we've lured them out for the old Parthian trick. Yes, right, General, come back over here, get your chanting on. Oh yes, all units, get into them. Magnificent stuff. I reckon we can close the trap on this general, take him out. How many generals were there here, by the way? I really should have figured this out. I reckon we'll be able to chunk him down. The absolute. You're supposed to be getting in here. Kill him. Right. One day we'll get into this battle properly. Then we'll be able to chunk them down. Right, a few more of them are coming in. No! That's not good. Down to 16. I'm guessing the general's doing slightly better than our war clerics here. What actually are their stats? 7 to 11. You know what, defense ain't bad. I suppose it does help that we've got the silver sword, armour and 2 experience. Well, plenty of them do anyway. Not too shabby. Right, you sir. You go into chant. You just chant to inspire your friends. And the rest of you, do what you can. Does seem like they got way too many here, haven't they? This is not good. Are we all officially fleeing at this point? Yep.
Your warriors are running away.
No.
They are not worthy to be called men.
That means we're not coming back. They're not really men, they're just priests. Anyway, over to the elephants. Are the elephants doing anything yet? I don't know. How much have we killed, by the way? Still like to think we've done alright. 19 to 34. I can count numbers, me. Right. Into the elephants. We'll watch the... we'll just have a good old AI fight at this point. It's good fun. We've just got one more battle to follow this, don't worry. We obviously sort of the other priest army. We need to go and finish everything. So that can come... yet. Most of these priests will escape though, by the way, of course. We are very quick cavalry, so there's no issues there. Step horse archers doing their lovely, lovely work. Committed tenses. Wow, the AI is not very clever, is it? Elephants! Yes, no! Just hit them! They're right there! No. Oh, they're using them like horse archers. There we go! Yeah, that was terrible camera work, but it's definitely doing the job now. Good work, my elephant friends. Right, we actually have lost half the unit at an earlier point from auto-resolve, but over this stage, we've got the break in. Well done, elephants. Good job. I think the battle is going to be won here, just for sheer numbers. This is a very good force, by the way. It was very experienced and strong army. Most of them are 4 or 5 experienced, it should be said. There's lots of strong archers back here. Who do we have? Yeah, 5 experience on you. They're the camel mercenaries. Of course, they're not experienced. 3 experience on these chaps. 3 experience on them. 4 experience on them. Yeah, it's a good army. It's a good. Where is the general, by the way? Where is our faction leader? He should be here somewhere. Is he dead? Don't tell me he's dead. Oh no, he was just being incredibly not useful. Right. Well, time to follow him. I'm a little bit concerned here that their main general is still in this fight. 55 on that bodyguard. Let's not take him on alone. Oh, well, if nothing else, we've got the charge in, but there is no support for him in this battle, and I say no support. Comitatenses are the next unit, so they're down to what, 39. We're on 48. We're actually doing all right. I don't know what their experience is. He's got 1 experience. Yeah, 12, 6, 27. Whereas our warlords 17, 6, 27 to experience. Okay, we should win that. We should win that unless there's an unlucky kill. But someone needs to come and support us because these comitatenses are coming in. Anyone want to help? He's shaken. Come on, we can do it. Oh, the reinforcements are charging up the hill now. You can see the elephants are going to hit those comitatenses in the rear. This should be the battle right here. There they go. Oh, thank you. Faction leader and his lovely elephants along his side have finished up the battle here. That is, I think it's every unit apart from maybe 1 or 2. It's Plumbataria glowing in the distance, but mainly being shot down by our archers at this stage. Oh yes. It's been well, not quite the priests. They started all right. They killed 1 unit and then went downhill from there. But you know what? There's more to do yet. More to do yet. But my hero faction leader has earned his something, earned his coin today. Yeah, let's go with that. It's probably time to finish this up. So we've got a load of priests besieging the town. We've got the cavalry support army. Oh yes, of course. It's just a cavalry army who are here. Okay. I tell you what we'll do. We'll jig things around. You, sir, move back into there, put the city under siege, get the siege towers ready. But yes, I reckon we should probably just send in the priests to finish off these guys. I reckon we can do it. Let's go. Oh, they are flooding into the first few units, smashing them to smithereens. Get your chanting on, my good sir. Get your chanting on. Inspire them. The men are running away again. Why are they no good at fighting? This isn't very good at all. We seem to be losing very badly again. Oh, Turns out this isn't as good as the Ballista Army, as in the Chariot Ballista Army. The Chariot Ballista Army was, of course, the greatest and most fun of all of the armies ever created. But yeah, it's not going quite so well, is it? No, it's not. We should probably fall back so that we can regroup our men. That's probably a sensible plan right now. All men charging in once more, and this time we've got the general completely smashed from one side, and that is the side he is on, so he is very much surrounded at this point. Hopefully we can hack him down. A bit of chanting wouldn't be the worst idea, so one of you could get a chant on, that would possibly be good, but no, we're breaking once more. They're sending in reinforcements. We just can't kill the generals. No. Oh, this is not good. We're just not very good, are we? Once more into the breach, my friends. Once more. Eventually, we might kill someone. Days. This is not going well, is it? You guys chant, but you're a bit too far away. Just get in there, anyone. Please. No. The camels are coming and we're terrified of the camels. Oh, this is just not going to work, is it? Here we are then, the final throws, and this guy's been pushed around the city. He's ready to be taken on, and that means it's time to finish this up. Caius Infortunatus, utterly disgraced from losing a couple of eagles. Absolutely glorious. Yeah, we need to finally finish all these guys. We're going to pull them out into the open. We're going to finish them all off. There are some reinforcements. I would rather control that myself. Let's head in. Let's slaughter them. As ever, the AI has decided to take control of the army, despite what I told them. So we have to go and kill them at some point. I reckon, though, we can send our generals in to go and deal with this guy, along with just some of the priests, just to make sure they are doing their job. As for everyone else, I reckon we come and pile ourselves in over here. That'll be absolutely marvellous. Yes. Right, priests, your job is actually not to get involved in the fighting per se. Your job is really to block the escape. That will be ideal. We want to make sure we take out all of them. Generals, more generals, and yet more generals. Pile them in. That'll be absolutely grand. You, sir, get around the back. That will be lovely. And pile in. That is then pretty much gone. In come the elephants. Plough. Bit of ploughing. Not a huge amount of ploughing, if I'm honest, but, you know, it's some. Get into the next unit. Keep going. Now these guys. There we go. There goes their general. That's good to see. Very good to see. If you kill them, they now no fear. Yes, so our generals now need to get over to this general instead. We've got some camels in here. Get the camels in on them for the short term. Elephants are taking on this guy. Yes, send the second unit to go and take on the general. Let's go and finish him up. Come on. Whack. Okay. Come on, elephant, turn around. Get the job done. Where are my... Yeah, there are my priests. Probably should get those guys in to help. Smashy. That's what we want to see. A couple of the camels just holding us down, but yes, the toughs ripping the general apart. That's what we need. Right, send the priests in just to finish the job. This is largely done. The generals are flying in, but I don't think it's gonna matter. There's not a lot of them left at this point. The elephants have largely done all the work. Send in these guys to finish them off. That'll be absolutely glorious. Yeah, indeed, he's fleeing. Not surprising at all. The Prayer of Christ just about compels these men to death, which is good news indeed. There's not a lot of them, but I can't really see them anyway. Yeah, 3 of them. It's all done at this point. There goes another general. We've done it, I think, here. Elephants are just such beautiful death machines. Gotta love them. It's just a shame that they're so rare on the mercenary list, but there we go. Managed to find a couple in the game and got them sent down to this final army. No. I think we're going to mop up every last one of them. Well done, my priests. Your job is to make sure that none of them escape. That's our man. Yes. I don't think anyone's got away from this battle. Hatcher is ours. Leaves us with just Setafon. And... well, let's go and take up the rebels. We might as well clear up the map. It's only one territory. Let's go finish off this campaign once and for all. There we go. Hatra is finally empty. And I think it's only fair that a single unit of priests walk into the town and exterminate 16,000 people. Well done, sirs. you have successfully finished your day's work. Now, probably need to get some men in the town to stop it from being upset. So yeah, we'll probably send in a good pile of these forces. Lovely, lovely stuff. You know what, I must say, seems there's Zoroastrian, it does seem awfully like a religious genocide at this point. So I might just step away from this one. Yeah, you know what? We might just take the priests out of the town. Just kind of ignore that. Now we probably need some sort of general to look after them. Who's got any experience? You've got a bit of influence. That will have to do. Right. As for the rest of them, yes, this one is already well under siege, so I reckon that'll go next turn. To make sure we finish up next turn, then we better go and send this army into the Eastern Empire rebels. Sorry, lads, but I would let you live, but there's only one territory left, so I feel like we should probably just get rid of you. Here we are then at the end of our Slavic campaign, and it must be said in the winter of 473 AD, it was a particularly dark and cold winter. The final winter before the Slavic peoples took over the whole world as we knew it. Oh, the great summer of 474, they will say. That great year of glory when the Slavic peoples finally united the world in peace. Ignoring the fact that most of the world is a rioting, rebellious wreck right now. It's all fine. It's mainly fine. Pretty much every turn I'm having to put down a revolt. But on this particular turn, they're all put down, which means we can officially have every single region of the map. And with that, we have suppressed the Eastern Empire rebels. I wasn't going to kill them, but when there's only one settlement left, you might as well do it. And over to Ctesiphon. Yes, the year 473, of course, an important year, 3 years short of the historical end of the Western Roman Empire. Romulus Augustulus was dethroned in 476, and that was the end of the Western Empire, or the way many historians see it anyway. But for us, 473 will be the great year where we end all opposition. Actually, to be honest, it's not a bad force left in here, but I think we've run our course here. We've brought everyone along. We put all the priests. We have actually got a faction leader along with the elephants. We're going to click one final end battle here. With that, victory is ours. And with the extermination of that city, we can see faction destroyed, resistance is futile, and no victory screen for us. Only darkness will reign now. Empire stretches from sunrise to sunset. Oh yes, there is nothing left for us to prove. We are the master of all. Oh yes, well, I was going to have a little explore around the map and just discuss the ending here, but we can't actually do anything apart from return to main menu. It's been a long campaign. This is one of the toughest campaigns. A very slow one. I suppose had I just taken the horde straight to some good lands like Italy, it could have been a lot simpler, but I wanted to make it an intriguing one. We first settled up here in Campus Burgundii and Campus Lombardi. We worked our way down to Slavia Prague and Campus Quadi. They were our main kingdom for a while, but eventually we grew. We have all sorts of religions in our empire. We have pagans all over the place. In many areas such as Italy, there are Christians ruling the waves. Even in the east, we actually have ourselves plenty of Zoroastrians. They're all pretty miserable, but it should be said that they live in peace should they want it. Oh yes, the darkness that is the Slavic victory. It's been a long campaign, but I'm happy I came back to finish this off. I've always very much enjoyed the Slavic forces here. It's been difficult, and if I suggest one thing to you, please make sure that your leader at the start has a religion. Mine didn't, which meant that no matter if it was Christian or pagan, the towns and the whole empire was miserable because I didn't follow anyone's religion. Not a good plan. Not a good plan at all. But I will leave you for now with the miserable people of Constantinople looking over our rebellious kingdom. What better way to end this glorious campaign? Oh yes. Alright, I will leave you. I'm Tom, this is Tennis to Human, and this has been our Slavic campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. Shoot the flames of death into their eyes. Oh no, we're gonna die! Coward, 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 coward. Stop, sir! You're supposed to die! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away! Our ballistas can actually shoot our own gates! Okay, let's get on with this battle. Run away.